Hello, everyone. Welcome to December's frequency forecast, where we're going to be talking about some of the energies that are going to be at play this month as we are heading through our solar eclipse on December 4th. Of course, then we have our winter solstice on December 21st. And then mixed all in there is a big holiday season for many people in the world. And as we are wrapping up with a nice little bow, the 2021 year, and we're about ready to head into the year of 2022, which is going to be the year of the healer. So my name is Nancy with Intuitive Mind. I have been working for 25 years teaching intuitive psychic development through meditation. So let's go ahead and jump in and kind of talk about what this season of December has in store for us. So right away, what Spirit was sharing with me was we have this enormous kind of quantum leap that we made at the end of November. We've had these high frequencies really building the last 3 months. But in November 19th, remember when we had that really long lunar eclipse that was about, I don't know, some people said it was 3 hours, some said 4, some said 6, but it was a long lunar eclipse. So what that meant for you was these shifts and changes that went wide as well as deep. Now we're kind of heading into this month of December where we're going to have a solar eclipse, which is really going to kind of catapult the quantum leaps that we've made into higher gear. So Spirit always shows me things as a clairvoyant in terms of what I kind of call imagery, symbology that has a spiritual meaning behind it. So what Spirit was kind of showing me was this racetrack. We're in our race cars. We are speeding around the track, and every time we come around to kind of bank that turn, it catapults us in the straightaway to go even faster. But then as we head into that next turn, we're kind of like, do we put our foot on the brake? Do we take our foot off the gas? Or do we push on the gas more, trusting that even though we're going through these big spiritual leaps, is our body going to be able to handle the turns without kind of shaking and rattling our teeth? So that's really what we're kind of experiencing. Now, as a nurse and as an intuitive teacher, I always talk about, as we're spiritually developing, we need to take our bodies with us. We hear a lot of talk about moving to that fifth dimension, and that this is the dividing time, and this is where some people are going to go left and some people are going to go right. But really, if we think about all the changes literally happening within your own energy field and your body, it's like your spirit can't go left and your body can't go right. It's just not going to work that way. They must go together. So I am a firm believer that yes, we need to take into consideration how our body is feeling. And this month of December is no different. But when I'm working with my psychic students and we're really ramping up the vibration and frequency over the entire year, our students can't work, their spirit cannot work faster than what their body is capable of doing, or their body, your body, is going to show you big time just how important your body is, and your emotions and your mind and all the bits that you have going on there in your personality. So then Spirit was kind of showing me that what happened, we can drive our car. So you imagine a standard shift where we're shifting the gears. That we've driven our car for so long, and in this scenario, your car is your body, that you can walk from the living room to the kitchen without even really thinking about it. You can drive your car sometimes all the way home and you don't even know how you got home at times. So it's really second nature. Well, all of our kind of comfort zone, second nature abilities are not going to work very well for us in the years coming up. But this December month, the frequency forecast is saying that we're going to get to practice. So even though our instruction manual has been dissolved or let go of, or we lost it somewhere, we don't have a new instruction manual coming in. The only instructor that you're going to have to help you navigate your life is by you cultivating a relationship with your own spirit. I have lots of videos where I talk about this, about how to connect with your higher self. So you might want to go back and visit some of those to kind of get some greater clarity on what that might mean. But the bottom line, it means listen to your gut instincts. Listen to your gut instincts. So what Spirit was saying is, yeah, we know how to drive the car pretty seamlessly, but when we had that lunar eclipse on November 19th, it was like rocket boosters, nitroglycerin being added to the engine of our race car. Have you ever seen those race cars that have that long, pointy front end, and as soon as that nitroglycerin just like blasts that engine, it just races down the track. So that's really what's happening. And now we need to be able to manage our emotions and our responses to life while the frequency and the vibration of our spirit is going up. And it's an exciting time. It's a really exciting time. You can do it. I can do it. We don't always know the dance steps, but if you just kind of dance with it and engage with it and try to stay light-minded and lighthearted with it, we're all going to make it through. We are going to make it through to the other side of this. So what Spirit was kind of explaining is the way that it's kind of like now is if you've ever been in a boat, maybe if you haven't been in a boat, I'll try to describe it to you. But when we're in a car going down the street, if a stop sign comes up, oh, we hit the brakes. Oh, a mother and a child in a carriage is going across the street. When we go to turn the corner, whoop, we hit the brake and we can stop. So if a big gust of wind comes, we're fine driving our car. We just hang on to the steering wheel a little tighter. Well, when you're driving a boat, it's a lot different. Everything's in play. That means how the direction you go in your boat depends on which direction the waves are coming, because you want to cut across the waves at an angle. You don't want to go straight on. You have to read the currents. Are the tides going in? Are the tides going out? How much wind is there going to be? Is the water going to be like glass, or is it going to be really choppy? Are there white caps? So all of those things have to be taken into consideration. Are there a lot of boats in the water? Are there a lot of logs floating in the water? Are there sea lions or whales to kind of be playful along the way? So this is what's happening in your life. You're not just insulated in your little car. You're now in this boat, and how you move your boat through the water, you have to take everything into consideration, into play. If you were heading to dock that boat and you're coming in too fast to the dock, you're going to smash right into the dock. You can't hit the brakes. You might be able to kind of downshift and put it in reverse and try to save yourself from crashing into the dock. But you've got to be pretty savvy to be able to do all that skill at the same time. So you might need to circle around and again, take into consideration the tides and the currents so that you can head in very slowly to the dock. So you just, the tip of your boat kisses it, you can turn to the side and get tied down. So again, this is the analogy Spirit is showing, is that it isn't just, we're not blindly walking through the world this month of December. There's going to be a lot of things influencing our decisions, and we need to be on our game. Our intuitive senses need to be high and alert and on point so that we can take everything into consideration when we're making a decision. All right, so I have a lot of notes here. And as I said, everything's in play. This month of December is going to show many doors that are opening for you in December, many doors of opportunity. And there's a particular time in December, I'll go through the dates here in a moment, but there's going to be a particular set of time frame in the month of December where these doors of opportunity are going to come for you. open for you, and it's going to kind of be this dry run practice run to help set you up for the bigger year in 2022. So you're going to again need to be relying on your intuitive senses to know whether you want to walk through that particular door of opportunity or whether you want to wait for a different door of opportunity. December's frequency forecast promises to throw one fun curveball after another fun curveball at you. What Spirit is showing, it's like, okay, let's throw these curveballs. How are you going to respond? How are you going to react? Are you going to be able to laugh with it? Are you going to be able to dance with it? Or are you going to throw the living room chair through the living room window and be frustrated about it? So these are opportunities to practice how you're responding, turning it around, listening to your internal skills, your internal instincts, your gut instincts, and making a decision from that higher spiritual perspective, not from that reactive human perspective. There's a story that I want to share. So when I was living in South Africa, I had been asked to come do a reading on a horse. So I'm a full-time psychic reader. I'm a clairvoyant, so I can see the energy field. Had never worked with a horse before, and in actuality was a little afraid of the horse. So I said, all right, I'll come, but do you promise to hang on to the horse? Am I going to be safe? And so we went out to the stables, and there was just a particular horse there that had become injured, and it was a jumping horse. So apologies to all my horse people out there if I don't say the name right, but this horse had won all kinds of awards leaping over fences. So, and the rider was a really, really nice guy. And he was like, the horse is just not healing. Its leg is not healing. So apparently it had clipped one of the top jumps, had injured its leg. So when I went to look at the horse, I saw that the problem wasn't in the leg, but the problem, I went along the spine, and it was right in back of what would be the third chakra of the horse. And there was quite of a knot that was twisted there. Then I had a conversation with the horse to find out what's going on. And I could see that that blocked energy was impacting that horse's leg's ability to heal. What the horse informed me of was the horse said, I'm ready to go to a different class as a jumper. So let's say maybe this horse was in class C. It was ready to go to class A, which was a higher class of jumping. But the horse said, my rider is not ready to go with me. The horse went on to tell me that when it went to make that leap, it was capable of getting that height, but that the owner, the rider of the horse, kind of panicked a little bit and was like, oh, I don't know if I can let go at that level, and kind of held back or tensed up or contracted. That's when the horse also contracted and then hit that high bar. So that's how the horse got injured. So here I was needing to tell the rider, your horse is ready to go to the next level, but you can't go with it. Your horse needs you to find a new rider to help it move into a higher class of competition. So it ended up that they did get a new rider. I was able to help the horse heal in the back of the solar plexus, which helped the leg to heal. And the horse was able to compete again at very high levels and be very successful. And the rider was able to find a horse that was more appropriate for his riding skill level. Now, why do I share this with you? Because Spirit was telling me that you all have been riding that same horse for years in your life, but you're ready to go to a different class. But as your horse, so it's like the frequency, your vibrations going up, you can make that higher jump, but your body gets a little scared at the last minute and it contracts and it kind of pulls in on itself. That can make chaos and crisis in your life, can cause your awakening, your consciousness, your expansiveness to hold back and maybe not go to the levels that you desire. So it's important to have those conversations. Let your body know, hey, we're vibrationally as a spirit, we're going to move to another class of competition, of working in the world, of jumping those fences, reaching the higher bars, So you want to talk to your body and let your body know what your plan is. Let your body know that it's ready, that you believe in your body's capacity to make those higher jumps. So I hope that that story helped you to kind of make that connection. So you have entered into what Spirit calls the great race, where you are given intuitive clues. You are being challenged to trust your intuitive instincts more. You are being given challenges as gifts to help you practice this month of December. So it's like practice your intuition, practice your intuition, practice your intuition to help you make a decision rather than your head making a decision, because this is going to set you up for much higher success in 2022. The dry runs are going to be teaching you about your own intuitive instincts, your synchronistic opportunities. So if something happens for you and it's like, oh, that's kind of synchronistic, and then something happens again and something happens again, you want to pay attention. I need to stop what I'm doing right now. I need to pay attention. Spirit's trying to get my attention. Like for me, something that's been happening for me, I've been getting a lot of 333s, 444s, 11s, 22s, 33, 555. I'm not getting one specific number, but the numbers I am getting are all the same number. What does that tell me? I'm in the pocket. It tells me I'm in the intuitive zone. That tells me synchronistically my energy field is in alignment with what I'm doing. So pay attention to those little things. What Spirit said is they're going to be bringing through spiritual messages to you through other people. So on Thanksgiving Day, I had 3 different people give me the same message. They had no idea that they were giving me the same message, but I heard it 3 times. What Spirit says is like, look up and say, okay, got it. I hear it. I'm going to take action around it. So again, Spirit's saying lots of challenges that are coming in the form of gifts. So pay attention, still use your intuition, still be discerning before you take action, but listen up. Let's see. December is going to illuminate your ability to manage your human energy field in the new frequency of your spirit. So when your spiritual vibration goes up, and I'll tell you, it feels like liftoff. It feels like a hot air balloon is taking off, like the weights are dropping and we're floating, floating, floating. And it's like we're trying to figure out how to get back down on the ground again. If your spirit's floating high at a high frequency above your body and you're not connected to your body or grounded in your body, you are at the mercy of everything that's happening around you. So if you've got people flipping out around you, or there's chaos, there's crisis, you're in a traffic jam, or things are turned upside down at work, you're going to be much more influenced by that. Remember, you're like the boat floating in the water, and suddenly, a big wave comes along, the current, the tide changes. If you are not anchored in to your body, you're going to be more influenced by those events around you than you're comfortable with. So you want to make sure that you're well grounded. And I have a lot of meditations that help kind of guide you through that. But you can also do things like exercise, walking in nature. I like to wash dishes to ground me. So maybe you like to do laundry, maybe you like to bake bread. I like to bake pies. So any of those things help me get grounded as well. So, So Spirit is saying in this December frequency forecast, when you make the decision to open up to a new level of skill, no matter whether you feel like you're good at it or not, you are going to be empowered with new levels of success. So don't let yourself hold back. Just say, I'm not sure if I'm ready, but I'm willing. And only you can determine what the next level is going to be. Your spirit's opening it up for you. Are you going to walk through that door? Let me just talk about some of the dates coming up. December 1st through the 3rd. This is a great time to intend what you wish for 2022. Remember, you're right in between these two eclipses, the lunar and the solar eclipse. But it doesn't just stop on December 4th. It's going to be really catapulting us over the next few months. But in this month of December, you want to sit down and start making some notes about where you see yourself in 2022 and go for it. Dream your wildest dreams. The solar eclipse will come through with this kind of burst of light. It's kind of the exclamation point at the end of the sentence, or kind of embossing, putting your stamp on the wet wax to seal the envelope of your dreams. Done deal, sealing. This is the contract. This is where I'm going. As I said, December 4th, again, is the solar eclipse. This is going to be a really short one, only a couple of minutes compared to the lunar eclipse that was quite long. But between the two, the kind of 1-2 punch really kind of helps us surge about in the direction that we want to be going in life. December 4th through the 10th is a highly creative, manifesting time that will continue to ride the wave in motion with the solar eclipse. And yes, through the holiday season and through shopping and right on into January, into the year 2022, you're going to really be moved with all of your intentions. We are going to be gathering in a group guided meditation on December 21st. I'll include that link here if you want to register for that. That's where we're going to really shed the old of 2021 and really prepare our energy field for 2022. But now these are the dates that I was talking about, a really juicy time to kind of be doing those vision boards or writing in your journal or just sitting and meditating and contemplating where you want to be in 2022. And that's December 11th through the 22nd. Those are high master numbers in numerology. In numerology, you want to break down the numbers to their single digit, but a master number like 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, those are master numbers that you don't break those down. The frequency is high, and it's a strong indicator of new frequencies coming into your life in the forms of relationships. So this doesn't come up often, meaning, but what Spirit is saying in December, especially between the 11th and the 22nd, you're going to have relationships that you already have, or you're moving together to a different level, a different frequency, a different way of relating to each other. You're going to have some relationships that may kind of fall to the side, fall away. You're going to have potential for brand new relationships to come into your life. So there's this enormous kind of building of a unified support system for you to help you and you to help them go to the next level of this community mass consciousness. So, and what Spirit is saying, you're going to have these relationships that are going to show up out of the craziest circumstances. Now, Spirit always says it's going to be crazy circumstances, and you're going to go, this is crazy how we met. This is crazy how we hit it off really well. This is crazy how we've dropped into a really deep friendship super fast. I don't know what that's going to look like for you, but that's how Spirit described it. Spirit shows this period of time as the spiritual hands of the universe are moving like chess pieces, are moving us, are kind of playing in the background, moving us around, so we are not just randomly by accident at the right place at the right time, but Spirit is moving you to be at the right place to the right time. December 21st is the winter solstice, where we snuggle in deeply into ourselves to embody our clearest truth. The solstice event is going to be like digging deep. So Spirit kind of showed me, it's like this hole, this deep, deep hole in the earth, like the seeds that are dormant in the cold ground, and they're not going to emerge until spring and summer. So it's kind of like that for us, but Spirit kind of showed, like we're deep down in this hole and our arms are reached all the way down in this deep hole while Spirit's kind of holding on to our ankles above ground. And it's like we're digging and digging and digging for this treasure box that has some treasure, that has some magic to add to your life. And then Spirit, suddenly it's like, okay, you've got it. And then on December 21st, that 2022 light's going to start coming in to illuminate that hole where you've been digging deep to re-embrace the treasure, the truth of who you are. And then Spirit's going to pull you back into the light. And you're going to bring that treasure to the surface. So this winter solstice is going to be a really gifted time of potent potential for all of us. So on this day of December 21st is going to be quite a period of grace and of glory and of light and of excitement and playfulness, creativity, of bringing the treasure of who you are to the surface. Then between December 23rd and December 30th opens the sacred doors for you to walk through, carrying your jeweled box into the higher realms of spiritual understanding. So again, you may not know right away what's in that inner box of who you are, but that will be divulging and revealing itself over the year of 2022. Leaving you staring inwards as you accept the fact that you're just kind of cool just the way you are. Wow, this is my personality. Like for me, when I make these videos, it's like, I don't know how to edit and I can't edit. So if my camera gets knocked sideways, I'm just going to keep going. That's going to be my personality. My personality is a little bit more optimistic, that I like to kind of vision looking forward, that whatever I do is going to be a community effort. I'm not a go it alone kind of person. So you're going to know you are cool just the way you are. You're awesome just the way you are. And your ability in 2022 to really learn to like yourself, maybe even love yourself, it's going to go up really high. So again, this month of December is learning how to manage your new frequency of light in this third dimensional world. So remember, if you're up out of your body, you're kind of at the mercy of the waves and the currents that are going on around you. The more grounded you are in your body, the more your spiritual light is down in your first chakra, your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chakra, the more your spirit's going to help bring an inner calmness, an inner peace, an inner joy, an inner happiness, an inner message of truth that says you've got this during this great time of change. So we're stronger together than we ever were apart. So I'm excited to look up in the river of life and see you all there with me. I am running a meditation holiday challenge on my Facebook page called Intuition with Precision. So you can go to that page, ask to become a member, and participate with us in our December monthly holiday challenge. And then again, if you like this, my page on YouTube, go ahead and click the subscribe button and the little bell so you get notified every time I upload. And then of course our winter solstice, I'll include that link here too, so you can join with me with 100 others as we meditate together, guided through shifting out the old and getting ready for 2022. All right, thank you all again for tuning in. Bye-bye.